At OLIABO, quality is our first priority.
We're going to raise the...
At OLIABO, quality is our first priority.
Can you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
We're going to raise the bar. I am thoroughly convinced that this fall, this company is about to leave a dent in this industry that will be felt for many, many years.
When my brother Gordon approached me about this idea of OLIABO, olive tree-derived products, of course, olive extracts from the fruit itself, olive leaf extracts, olive oil itself, which is so powerful. I didn't realize to what extent it was until we really started diving into this idea of OLIABO.
This is the real thing that you're supposed to be using for the Mediterranean diet, which everyone keeps talking about.
OLIABO represents a revolution in multiple industries: skincare, nutritional supplementation, and direct selling.
It represents good from a health and wellness perspective. It represents good from a business perspective. It represents good from human beings just being around human beings. And that's something that we've sadly lost a bit in society, and we do that really well, that community aspect of things. I like to refer to it as human touch marketing. Humans caring enough about another human that they introduce a product, they introduce a business opportunity.
The opportunity lies in filling that gap of awareness. We want you to experience the product. We want you to have your own stories. We want you to get educated yourselves so that you can understand the incredible things going on in the world with olives and olive oil and that we're bringing to market through OLIABO, so that you can then go share that with others.
And we become part of something bigger than ourselves. And I learned that from an early age, from the health and wellness perspective and from the business perspective. And I'm grateful for that upbringing. And I'm here to say that in direct sales, we bring stuff to market that's never been brought to market before. We educate the masses on something.
Take that, marry it with a love of direct selling. You can kind of feel it, like something is happening. I'm very proud of that. I think if we take this little clip right here, this video, and we flash forward 1 year from now, we're going to look back and say, well, that prediction was delivered on in spades. And people are like, what is going to make OLIABO different?
Why olives? Why olive oil? Right? They've been around for thousands of years. Let me tell you about the awareness gap. Olives and olive oil, it's good for you. It's part of a healthy diet. The last 10 to 20 years, modern scientific studies and technological and manufacturing processes have been able to identify that olive tree-derived products, not just olive oil, but olive tree-derived products, including specialized olive leaf extract and olive pulp extract, have incredible health benefits that we had no concept of.
I was so intrigued and on board because of that Italian upbringing. We saw the power of extra virgin olive oil.
Color, smell, taste, where it was picked, when it was picked.
Extra virgin olive oil, we use the highest quality extracts from the leaf, the highest quality extracts from the fruit, and we're bringing to market the greatest quality products with OLIABO.
In any kind of a fast-moving startup, and OLIABO is a fast-moving startup, the tracking of commissions and the stability of the software is critical. And it's my commitment to you that the software, that the commission tracking will be stable and will be secure so that you can rely on that.
I'm kind of the numbers guy here, and my job is to help figure out how we can create value in a new company. I'm the guy behind the scenes who pays attention to all of those obscure words. We talk about depreciation, we talk about amortization, we talk about corporate governance and compliance. And you guys selling a product don't want to know anything about that. Honestly, neither do I. But I'm kind of an expert in those categories. What's awesome about this is I have Kent Wood here with us as well, and he's going to help me do that.
As CFO at OLIABO, you can have confidence that as you build your business, the rewards are going to come exactly as they should, when they should. We have implemented guardrails to protect not only the company, but the most important component of our business, field leaders.
We on our side, a corporate, want to help you out in the field do all that you can to be able to build your businesses. This is a 50-50 partnership. If you're not successful, we're not successful, and OLIABO as an entire whole is not successful. So that means I'm going to be doing everything I can to give you the greatest success that you can have.
An important part of my dual role as president and CIO is ensuring that the data and information that we're collecting into OLIABO, your information, your data, is secure and safe.
So, one of the things that I really loved about the entertainment industry, I also find to be highly relevant here. We would take a product and we'd see it from its start and we would make a movie. Companies are no different than that. Companies have a life cycle. And what I'm excited about is that I'm here at the beginning of this, seeing the vision of what is to become. I look back on my history and I say, wait a minute, I was there at the startup of DreamWorks. You guys know DreamWorks. I was there when it was an idea and people were talking about breathing life into that idea, and look what it became. That's what we're doing here at OLIABO.
For those of you that know Gordon more, you can imagine how incredibly entertaining it is to work with him and to see the way that his vision and his brain brings these incredible creations to life. He manifests, he pulls out of the ether amazing creative concepts and he puts them down into the digital world and into video and into these just amazing works of creative art. An important part of my role is to take that content so that you can then have it as tools to share, to educate, and because it's just really fun and incredible content to watch.
And in the end, that's what a company's all about. It's about the relationships that we create. So when Gordon asked me to be part of this, I said, absolutely, I'm in. How can I help?
If you've spent time in the health and nutrition industry or in the direct selling industry, I think there's an appreciation of this company that will be far beyond the average. There will be people that come into OLIABO that maybe have never had experience in direct selling or nutritional supplements or skincare, and they will think that this is the standard. I'm very proud of that. We say the olive standard. This is very important because this is our heritage. There is part of this story that is extremely authentic, and it is an homage to my wonderful mother that passed away several years ago. This is a testament to her authenticity. The other part of it is I had a wonderful, wonderful father that was Canadian, and he raised us and instilled us with the value of interpersonal business relationships. I think that that's going to be felt in spades in this company.
Okay. Give me a second to do a little housekeeping here. I am going to mute everyone before we continue. And let's see, I'm going to get rid of this here. All right. So, welcome to OLIABO, everyone. Welcome to OLIABO, the olive standard of health. Okay, very good. So, I actually was building this other presentation, and I didn't set this all up like I normally do because I got squeezed on time. But this is absolutely amazing because, olive standard of health. Yes, health. Incredible. What? What's going on? Do you guys ever remember anybody in your family talking about how olive oil is good for you? Pretty incredible. So this is the first press of the olive. The hardest thing to see is what is in front of your eyes. So here we've had this juice in our kitchen cabinet, and everybody around the world has this in their kitchen cabinet. And they have no idea the power that lies within this fruit, because it's adulterated. It's been abused, and we're not really getting the nutrients that are in this during this first press. So there's something called polyphenols, and they didn't really discover this until recently. We're talking 20, 25 years ago. And before it was all just, it was talked about for thousands of years. The power of the olive tree was talked about for thousands of years. But just recently, in the last 20 years, science has been able to, bring in the open all of these really powerful things that are in this from the first cold press. And one of these polyphenols is called verbascoside. It helps neutralize free radicals to support brain, microbial, metabolic, vascular, inflammatory, and skin health. Another one of the polyphenols is called oleocanthal. It's shown to modulate key enzymes in support of joint comfort, a healthy inflammatory response, brain function, and cardiovascular health. Another polyphenol is oleuropein. It supports healthy blood sugar, microbial balance, weight management, and cardiovascular function. So recent research links high-quality extra virgin olive oil to brain health. Extra virgin olive oil is shown to improve cognitive function and reduce beta amyloid accumulation. That's a sticky thing that gets into your brain and kind of plugs it up a little bit. That study was done in 2016. And then in 2013, there was a study on cardio support. Extra virgin olive oil is linked to a 30% lower risk of cardiovascular events, which is huge because if you think about it, it's like one of the number one killers. That was in 2013, very recent. And like I said, think about this. The olive tree and the olive juice has been talked about for thousands of years. It's mentioned in the Bible. I think Joe told me the other day it's mentioned in the Bible over 100 times. So in 2018, there was a study on digestive health. Extra virgin olive oil supports gut health by promoting microbial balance, reducing oxidative stress, and protecting the intestinal lining. And then in 2005, here's a study on inflammation. High phenolic extra virgin olive oil, high in oleocanthal, works through similar pathways as ibuprofen, supporting a healthy inflammatory response. And you all know, right now, inflammation is big. Inflammation is one of our biggest problems. Then in 2022, there was a study on longevity and mortality. Extra virgin olive oil is associated with an 8 to 9% lower all-cause mortality. So, wow. And this study was in 2022, so we're just now finding this out. It's perfect timing. So if you go to Google Scholar or any search engine, if you go to chatgpt.com, any of the AIs, and you type in olive oil and neuropathy, olive oil and cancer, olive oil and heart, or olive oil and inflammation, just type anything in there with olive oil, you're going to get thousands of studies. It's remarkable. So if you go to Google Scholar and you type in the search engine olive and neuropathy, you get 25,800 studies. Olive and pain, 366,000 studies. Olive and stroke, 163,000 studies. Olive and heart disease, 421,000 studies. And that's the biggie. That's the big one. Olive and longevity, 89,100 studies. So I had no idea before July 17th of last year that Italians consume 14 liters of high-quality extra virgin olive oil a year, and that Greece consume 20 liters. In the Mediterranean, there are 4 blue zones. Blue zones are places where more people live to be 100. And the interesting thing is that they're healthier. Their elderly are way healthier than our elderly. Why is that? Well, it's the diet. The government doesn't allow manufactured food companies to put poison in their food. And they consume a lot of extra virgin olive oil. And they consume high quality olive oil. So in America, we consume 1 liter, average, 1 liter of crappy olive oil. Now, what's crappy olive oil? When we get done tonight, go to your kitchen cabinet and grab your olive oil, take the lid off it and smell it. Then you'll know what I mean by crappy olive oil. If you don't, that doesn't happen if you get a pure olive oil that's not been adulterated. So I caught this vision right away. when Gordon first showed it to Robin and I caught this right away. How do you get the first press of the olive oil into every home in the world? How do you do that? Because there's only so much of the first press to go around. Well, it's these polyphenols that are in the juice that are proving out all these studies for all these different things. And so what you do then is you extract these polyphenols from the whole fruit, including the seed, from the leaf, and you create a proprietary blend called olivectin. That's what we did. And so you're not only getting the extra virgin olive oil, but you're getting it's being fortified with all of these polyphenols. So now you might be getting something that's 5 or 10 times more powerful than the purest and the most effective olive oil, the best first press, so to speak. And this is what our product looks like. It's called Prima. Prima stands for first, means first. And it's a little sachet, a little pillow pack with 4 capsules in it. 2 of the capsules are a high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, high in oleocanthal, and other polyphenols infused with rosemary. And then another capsule is our olivectin, which is a proprietary blend of the olive leaf extract and the whole fruit extract. And then Rosa, which is a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract and lycopene. Now, I've taken the grapeseed extract for many, many years. And I've had to take 8 or 9 a day. And so the difference here is that what OLIABO's done is they have sourced the highest quality ingredients that money can buy. And that's what you're getting. You're getting that in all these extractions. But isn't it beautiful? It comes in this awesome tin can. And it's funny because I talked to somebody yesterday. They said they take that tin can with them everywhere they go. And so I'm going to do the same thing. It's beautiful. It's who would ever thought? You get 30 of these sachets in the can. You take 1 a day. So that thing sits on my kitchen table, and every morning I get up, I take the lid off the can, tear one open, I'm good to go for the rest of the day. It's pretty amazing. Now, our second product was just released, and that is our transdermal product. It's called Flex. It's made of high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, mangosteen pericarp, and squalene. And I'm not going to make any claims. I'm just going to tell you that you'll be amazed when you try it. If you have any discomfort whatsoever, you just it's a little pump. You put a little pump in your hand and you rub it in wherever you have discomfort, just like that. It's pretty amazing. It acts as an anti-inflammatory because it has the olivectin. It has the high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, so it's high in oleocanthal, which is the anti-inflammatory. Same thing with our anti-aging serum. Now, this will be coming in a couple months. This is our Viso Lux. It's made from extra virgin olive oil, olivectin, and mangosteen pericarp, and also some other seed oils. And our formulator that formulated this, Ashley Brown, she actually slipped at one time. She said something about fine lines. And then she stopped herself and she said, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that." So we don't make any claims. We're just excited about this. And my wife, Robin, is really excited about OLIABO, which is very, but she believes that the skincare will be our biggest product yet.
We'd love to hear what your experience has been over the past few days. Share a bit about how you've been feeling, what you've noticed, and any changes you've experienced.
So some of you were on the last Zoom, and Ray snuck on and he saw this video. He keeps bringing it up. He can't believe I did that. But this is Ray Heron. He's our head distributor. He's our master distributor, and Ray is my sponsor. And He's an incredible support for the team for sure. So let's see. Let me get out of here real quick. I'll stop the screen share. Well, hi guys. Let me. How do I unmute? I think you guys just ask all to unmute. Yeah, I'll just do that. Ask all to unmute. So you guys can unmute. Yeah. So let's have a conversation. I know this product it's unbelievable what's happening with this product. My friend Keith does a call every day at 10 afternoon Pacific, and he calls on each person in the call, and one after one, every single one of them has an incredible story to tell about what happened when they started taking the Prima and what happened when they started taking the Flex. Let's see. Anybody on here have a story they'd like to share, their personal experience with the product? Hi, Donna. Where is...
It was Rosie that showed up on there. Wasn't that Rosie, Vernon?
Yeah, Rosie's on there. Manuel? He might not be close by. But so I'll just
share. First of all,
Vernon,
I'll just say what I love about our beautiful packaging is nobody's going to be throwing these tins in the recycle bin. We're going to be keeping them. Yeah. You know, people love tins. They might do some baking and put it in for a neighbor, or they might put their buttons and bows and trinkets and paper clips and things like that. They're so beautiful. And they've done such a great job from taking us from all the little white, like we could have Prima in 3 bottles. 3 white bottles, open them up, cotton batten, take 2 from this one, take 1 from this one, take 1 from that one, which we're all used to doing. But now the convenience of just opening it up, that 1 packet, throw a couple in the purse, throw a couple in the briefcase, I got some in my glove compartment. They're everywhere. And I'll think, oh, it's time to take Prima, and you just rip them open and go. So the convenience is there. I know Ray, your sponsor, and my partner as well. Often the number 1 selling feature in the world is convenience, and we've done that so well in bringing this formula into the body. I'm on what now? 5 weeks, 6 weeks? And there's layers. Like I always say, our bodies are like onions. There's layers that need to peel down, that we might be deciding to use this product for a certain thing we want to address, but the body is really smart. It will go to the most life-threatening area of your body first, and it might be working on something, and we may not physically feel it at first, but as we stay on, and we always recommend 90 days minimum, because that's what it takes to completely turn over our cells and completely repair the body. But here at every day, Hernan, I'm like, wow, I'm a little happier. I'm a little less inflamed. I just went to Costco because I think you guys have heard, I couldn't find any of my readers. I didn't really need them. And when I went back to get my 1.5s, which isn't a very strong reader, number, but I was in Costco and I'm putting the 1.5s on. I'm like, oh, then I grabbed the 1.25s. And they're clear as a bell. So I've actually reduced the prescription size, the magnitude of my readers. And I don't think she's on. I'm going to actually tell a story from a girl named Corrine. She went to her optometrist yesterday, and she's been having horrendous. Is she on? Okay, yeah. I'll let her tell if she wants.
She's right next to you. Go ahead, Corrine.
Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Corrine, go tell. I was going to tell your story. I didn't see that you were on. I'm going to pop it over to you.
You know what? That's fine. I just clicked on. I just realized the time, and I apologize. Yes, besides all the other stuff that we know that this is doing for us, I did go to my optometrist yesterday because I'd had a new prescription filled about 6 weeks ago, and I found that I kept getting dizzy when I was wearing them. So when I made an appointment and I went yesterday, and the doctor was checking, and she kept checking. I didn't say what I was doing. I just said, I'm having trouble. And she said, actually, she said, your eyes, your prescription needs to change back to what it was almost 5 years ago. Your eyes have improved.
Holy cow.
What can I say? I know. I was so shocked.
How long have you been taking? How long have you been taking the product?
Since the first package. So we're like, what, a month, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow. And what happened was I have been wearing prisms because I was seeing double. And I guess about a week and a half ago now, I was driving my husband and we were coming home from the restaurant. I was driving and I realized I wasn't seeing double. And I thought, how can that be? So, when my eyes get tired, yes, it kind of comes back. But if this has only happened in 6 weeks.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
And I didn't say anything to the optometrist. I just wanted to wait.
Yeah.
And so I was pretty excited about that.
That's incredible.
I know.
Wow.
That's great, Corinne.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I've noticed improvement with my eyesight as well, Hernan.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, definitely. And to expand on what Donna was saying too, because I was actually going to touch on that, Donna, you were mentioning about just different areas, that the body needs work on. And that's one thing I wanted to point it out because, everybody has different things that they need healing, And so one person might notice their floaters have disappeared, but another doesn't, but yet they're improving on a different area that the other one isn't. And that's because our bodies are unique, right? And they have different things going on. So, and it'll work on what's most important first, as Donna mentioned. So I noticed though with my eyes that they've definitely improved. So I'm excited to go to the eye doctor because I need to go probably within a month. And I'm noticing I need a lesser, prescription because I just use the readers. And I'm like, wait a minute, these are too strong now. So that is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's incredible. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? So let me ask, did your vision improve both close up and far away?
Or for me, I feel like it has.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
For me, it was distance.
For you, it was distance.
Yeah.
And for Rosie, it was
for
both?
me, it's just
yes, both.
Wow.
And Hernan, for me, I'm really good with long distance. I never need anything in the car or when I'm looking long. It's just, when you're in the restaurant and the menus, the font, the tiny fonts. And it was funny, last night I was sitting at our dining room table and I have this nice little display. It's kind of a little wintry display and there's some candles. And I was looking at it and then I grabbed my little 3-pack for $12.99 on sale at Costco, 1.25s, and I put it on. I'm like, oh, okay, like the clarity of and I'm like, that's only a 1.25, and I was seeing so clearly. But it's or farsighted, I guess they call it when it's up front.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, that's amazing. So, well, thank you so much, Rosie, for chiming in. Appreciate it. You too, Corinne. Thank you.
No, my pleasure.
Yeah, and. Anyone else have anything they want to share? Yeah. So, I think probably then we'll call it a night. Sherman, sorry I muted you because there was a little background noise. So if you wanted to say something, you would just unmute again. But Letty, Manuel, nobody has anything else they want to share?
I can share a story. I started taking the Prima back when it first got sent out. I was one of the ones to first receive. Some of the things that I was hoping to address was inflammation throughout my body. Some discomfort in my right ankle and big toe because I actually broken my right ankle 3 times in the past 6 years. And I'm happy to say that in that time, I have greatly decreased the discomfort in my body. I find I'm waking up in the morning, I am much more full of energy. I actually found myself running down the stairs where usually I was like holding on to the railing, creeping my way down in the mornings. But I think the biggest impact for me is that back in, I guess it was 2022, I didn't even realize it. I by fluke at work, my boss had gotten a new blood pressure cuff for our clinic. I admin in a physiotherapy clinic, and she wanted to try it out. So she tried it on me, and she went, "Wow, that is really high blood pressure." It was like 180 over, I think it was 90 or something. Ooh. And she says, "Well, you've been rushing around. Just sit down for a few minutes and do it." And so we did it again. And she was like, "You need to go see your doctor." So we were about to go away for a holiday, and I decided I wanted to get it checked out. So I went to emergency, and I got to say, I was feeling fine. Have a lot of personal stress in my life at the time, but other than that, health-wise, I felt fine. My blood pressure taken at emergency was 220 over 110. They threw me through emergency steps to a room, to things all over my body. I had no idea. It was like, wow. Anyway, what has happened is I've had to go on quite a large, strong prescription for my blood pressure. And happily, it came down into the 140s, high 130s over, 80, in the 80, low 80s and high 70s. Since I've been on Prima, I didn't start tracking it at first. I didn't really think about it. And then someone mentioned you should start tracking your blood pressure again. I have been consistently in the high teens, low 120s, over high 60s, low 70s.
Wow.
And happily, I have an appointment upcoming with my doctor, because in the last several years, it's never gotten down to the point where she would reduce my medication or eliminate it. So I'm very anxious to get into that appointment. Of course, I have to wait forever to get there. But when I do, I'm feeling confident. At the very least, we'll be getting my prescription reduced, which has been a huge goal for me to reach that. So I'll keep you posted what happens.
Well, thank you for chiming in, because, Letty, that's a big thing, the blood pressure. A lot of people have blood pressure issues.
Yeah. It's been a key one for me, and that was the biggest one I was hoping to address. So very pleased so far with what's happening.
Yeah. So we're not saying that would happen for everyone. It just,
absolutely not. But yeah. I have been a lucky one.
But it happened for Letty. And
happened for me.
Yeah. And it's happened for other people. I've heard a lot of stories about blood pressure. And that's big. How many people are dealing with that on a regular basis, Hi, Colleen.
Pardon, hi. I have something to add to the high blood pressure situation. Hi, guys. I hope you're having a good night. I've shared two things to share. I'll try to be brief here. Blood pressure. I didn't know that I had blood pressure issues, but when my body was under a lot of duress for the last 2 years, not realizing what was going on, when I sorted it out and started to get the tests, my blood pressure was high. So I tried not to take any medication because I'm all about natural stuff. But I decided what was happening in my body. There were too many things all at the same time. And so, yes, I went on a blood pressure medication last year for the first time in my life. Just a small amount. I halved it. But I decided to stay on it because I was still dealing with anxiety that wasn't resolved in my system, and inflammation and things causing some head pain, which I've shared with you guys in the past. So what has happened is I have not checked my blood pressure yet. But I work very intuitively, and I know I don't need any blood pressure medication. So I naturally just started to forget about it. You know, it's one of my supplements and things I take every day. And I know I've been fine in that regard. So I will follow up, and I will go check my blood pressure. I don't have one at home, and I will affirm it that way. But I just know that I don't need it. I have heard enough science and things, and I owe that to the Prima. So I'll let you know. I'll follow up,
Okay.
But this is good.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate you, Colleen. So
thank you, Herden.
Yep, you and I need to have a chat, don't we?
Yeah, we do, if you have the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Joyce, do you have something you'd like to share?
Yes. Day 3, and the sleep is amazing, deep sleep and great dreams. And then I noticed that my feet, which have always been numb for like the last 10 years, started bothering me because they were like tingling and kind of vibrating a little bit. And I was like, what the heck is this? And it's actually, my feet are coming back alive. So I'm thrilled.
Oh, that's fantastic. 3 days.
Yep.
Wow.
They're not done. They're not done, but they're tingling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. They're getting better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boy, that's fantastic, Joyce. I'm excited for you. That's amazing. Who knows what else might happen? That's great. Thank you for sharing. Holly.
Yes, Hernan, I've made a big discovery since I started talking to people, and one you wouldn't expect. Apparently, a lot of people know this, but how many people have a difficult time with elimination? And so practically every call I get, people are saying, oh, since I have been on the Prima, and they, kind of go into great detail. But actually, I'm finding that you have to be so careful with your wording. But when you start talking to people and you do talk about benefits, rather than being kind of graphic like you tend to hear, just saying that this may benefit your digestive system in the area of elimination. We're hearing a lot of people have more smooth and regular elimination. And so we had a lady, I had kind of a stressful call today because I had a lady who lives in a retirement home. So we've been telling her, it's okay. Like, she's had a major turnaround in this area. And so we said, well, if you just talk to people that way and say, you could possibly get some relief with your elimination, and just don't go into great detail. However, the head director of the care home came to her and said, I heard you talking about smooth and regular elimination using this natural product you've got. Please, you need to discontinue that. You cannot be sharing this with any of the residents. Now, this was the hot conversation. All these women were asking, can you order me some? And they said, no, no, no. So you know what? In that environment, I found that great. I was kind of upset by that. And I thought, in that environment, these individuals are controlled by the system there. But when you're talking to people, the amount of people that we're hearing having this challenge, by all means, talk about the way I worded it, and don't be afraid to mention that. And a lot of people need to hear it.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be all facilities that do that work, but that particular facility, that's their policy. That's crazy. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
I have a question, Hernan, if possible.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
I've read somewhere just recently and heard a few different things, and I just don't know if I've seen it right. Have some been getting results from either Prima or the Flex for gout?
Oh.
Do you know?
Okay. So, geez.
Speaking of which,
I've heard.
I should go. I have a thing later.
Let's see.
So, actually,
I'm trying to catch that so I can mute that. But, anyways, I have heard stories of gout, but I think maybe only one. It's not a common thing. So,
yeah, I just don't know. I read it somewhere, or I heard it somewhere, and I just didn't know. And I got asked that question yesterday, and I just wasn't sure, and I didn't want to start saying something until I knew for sure. What if some have. So if there is some out there that have had, some experience with that.
Let's have some fun. You want to have some fun?
Sure.
Was somebody trying to?
Yeah. Hernan, it's Colleen. I had some information about the gout thing.
Okay. Hang.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
If you'd like it, or
yeah, go ahead.
One of the ladies, it may have been Sue Pickering. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember who was asking that very question. And was it Harley? Was that you there? What Harley may have seen was I had replied to her just giving some information that gout is related to the inflammation, and I did a little bit of ChatGPT and Google research, and then I shared something in one of our groups. So perhaps that might be what he was thinking of. I'm not sure. Just wanted you to know that wasn't a testimonial, but just information.
Okay.
That I was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
It could have been that. I just not sure. That's why I'm asking, because.
Yeah.
You sort of, but inflammation, I know for a fact that, I don't know if it's the Primo or the Flex, but one of them has helped my inflammation huge on my knees and stuff. So I know it helps with inflammation, but gout is not just
I think
all
gout has a lot. I think it has a lot to do with acidity. But how do you spell gout? Is it Gout?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what we get. Well, it looks like it would be beneficial.
Yeah, I haven't Googled it myself with like olive oil and different things, but it just came up today, and then I got asked that question, and I didn't know the answer, so I thought I'd ask if anybody here knew, but I haven't Googled it, and that's probably what I should have did too. So.
Okay, so it's...
Harley, I think there was a testimony. I know that, Colleen did post some things, and of course we got information coming everywhere. But I do recall somebody talking about a big toe somewhere along the lines that they were getting some really good relief. So we'll just have to keep asking people, who do you know that's, this using Prima and Flax for that?
Yeah, so...
Yeah. Well, I know Melody had a problem on the top of her foot a while back, but we thought it was gout for a while, and we weren't sure what it was. But my sister up in Interior, who is major skeptical about everything, she had a problem. It's light gout on the top of her foot. And when I posted that thing about how it helped my knees, she went on there and she tried my mom's Flax, and she said, oh my goodness, it helped like huge. But I don't know if that's gout or not. But when I was asked today, I thought, well, I should look. Well, I got to look into it more. So I thought somebody here might know. That's all.
You got me.
Hernan,
you got me wondering.
Donna, you might have. Letty here. You might have heard me talking about my big toe. Because I have not gone in to have it diagnosed, but I have a lot of discomfort in my big toe, and I don't know if it's goat related or something else. I've tried different things and it's helped. I use Flex on it and it was amazing. And it was calmed down for a few days before I even had to consider maybe having a little bit more, and it didn't take very much to use on my toe.
Wow. Holy cow.
That's fantastic. I think you're right, Letty. I think that's the story that we heard was your toe.
My toe.
Your toe.
Oh, that's amazing. Lydia, you better start writing all this down.
I know. I got to stop working and taking care of kids.
Well, when you get gout, you know you got gout. Like, well, you don't know it the first time, but after that, when you get it, you know you got it.
Yeah.
It's painful.
So
Harley, I'm going to send that over to you in our group, okay? To Hernan and all of us. I'll put it in the I'll just put I'll put it in the all of us sharing stories group.
That'd be great.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
there's
that sounds good.
there's
Thank you.
20,000 studies, Harley.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I did. Like I say, I haven't dug that deep because it just came up this afternoon.
Yeah.
And yeah, just been busy with things. So I asked while we're here.
Yeah. Awesome. Very good. Yeah, you guys go to Google Scholar, go to any of the search engines and just type in whatever it is you have questions about, and you'll get your answers. Wow, thanks for chiming in, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Is there anybody else that wants to share before we call it a night? Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much. Let's see. What is today? Friday. So I'll do some kind of training on Sunday. And also, I want you guys to shoot me a text if any of you want to learn how to do the videos that I've been making. I'll do.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that?
Yes.
Okay. I signed up 5 people last week from doing those little videos. So it's funny. They won't call me if I post something. Okay, Harley. All right, cool. They won't call me if I post something incredible, but if I post one of those little videos, they call me and go, "Hey, what are you doing? I saw your video." So
great.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do a little training or something this weekend too on that, okay?
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all. And,
thank you.
Yep, everybody have a wonderful evening and a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Hernan. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Hernan.
Thanks.
Thank you, Hernan.
Thanks, Corrine. Thanks,
Thank you for all
everybody.
who shared.
Thank you.
Very inspiring stories.
Yeah, thanks, Rosie. Thank you for sharing, guys. Thanks, Harley.
It was great.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.